What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to another Q&A. I've got a question here from, I'm not exactly sure who it was, but basically they're asking how to find out your career level. In other words, how do you know when it's time to move from an entry-level spot to a junior level up to a senior level? Is there a certain amount of time, years, before you move up? That's a good question. I think I touched on this in a previous video. But I can't remember what the title was. Anyways, the way that you move up the ranks, there's really no time frame per se. It's more of just your experience and how you feel about about the knowledge that you know. You just have to basically go with your gut. Okay. There's also some other considerations as well. Which would be the place that you work at, okay? So you might find an entry-level job doing maybe help desk work or desktop support, but you don't necessarily like the company and you don't really see a future there. So you might work there for, a little while to get your experience up, right? And basically work it until you feel like you've exhausted all that you can, that you've learned all that you can in that particular company there. And then you start looking for work in a different company that can offer more opportunities. So it really depends on where you're at as far as the company itself. Now, if you work in a company where, you're starting out at a entry-level spot, but they do have a large IT department there, and there's room for growth and opportunity. Well, at that point, what you need to do is you need to really make a good name for yourself and show that you really want to learn and that you're advancing. This way, the IT managers recognize that you've got some drive, you've got some ambition. And then when a spot opens up for that next level and you feel comfortable, you can apply for it and get an interview at least, okay? So that's the other consideration. Now, the other thing too is that one of the things that we struggle with, at least me personally, and I know that there's a lot of people out there in IT that struggle with this, is that they feel like they don't know enough to move on, okay? The truth of the matter is you'll never know enough, right? So you've got to, at some point, you've got to get out of your comfort zone and just go head first, okay? So for example, if you're in a help desk position and a junior admin spot comes open or some other next level spot, okay? And you're looking at the job requirements and you see what other people are doing and you kind of feel like you might not fit in or you might not have the expertise for that job. Don't let the self-talk in your mind talk you out of not applying for it, okay? I know that was like a tongue twister there, but what I'm saying is get out of your comfort zone and just apply for the job, because that's the only way that we grow, okay? We'll only grow when we're put in a situation where we're required to learn stuff, all right? So you've got to get out there and just do it, right? Now, you also have to be a little bit realistic about it as well, okay? So I'm not saying go from a help desk to some sort of engineer spot or some sort of administrator spot that is a little bit far-fetched. I'm not saying that you need to go for something like that, even if you're not the type that is fearful, okay? You've got to be a little bit realistic about the next jump in your career. So, but don't mix that up with big goals either. Now, you can have big goals, but you've got to take the time and work your way up to those big goals. You understand what I'm saying? So anyways, it's just really more about how you feel about the company that you work for and the opportunities within that company, and then how you feel about yourself, your own capabilities, and also what your ambitions are. Okay, so how interested are you in that next level? Okay, are you willing to take on more responsibility? Because some people just get comfortable in what they're doing and they don't want anything to do with it. So you really have to understand that if you're going to move to the next level, the expectations of you are going to be a little bit higher from the employer. Okay, and they should be, and you should have your own expectations of yourself, because again, you're not going to grow that way, right? It's sort of like exercise and working out. You know, your muscles are not going to expand; they're not going to grow until you put a lot of work into them. You know, you don't just lift weights until it's comfortable and it doesn't hurt. You really got to stretch the muscle, and that's where the growth happens. Same thing with your knowledge and career. So hopefully that helps you out a little bit on that topic there. And thanks for watching as always. If this is your first time here, I want to welcome you. I appreciate every single one of you that watch these videos continuously. And let me know if you have any questions. You can leave it in the comment section down below. And if you haven't grabbed a copy of my resource guide, you can get that as well in the link below. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace.